welcome back to another episode of the SiXFramesPodcast.
Hey, yo!
Once again, you have Kevin.
Yeah, Jacob here.
Cleat, yeah.
I didn't know Lamp was an alien.
Bro, I sound like a mule. So, in our new introduction, I want to know what everybody's been watching for this past 2 weeks. 'Cause I'm curious. So, well, I'll start first. I've been watching. I've seen. I finished The Witcher. Obviously, beautiful. We've already talked about it in past podcast. I love it. Can't wait for season 2. I'm watching currently on Netflix. Aaron Hernandez.
The
Aaron
Hernandez trial.
Yeah, I've been watching that one. I'm on episode 1 still.
Because those are long episodes.
Yeah, they're like movies sort of.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting, man. I like it. This is like just like the what's it called?
The serial killer, the OJ one,
OJ trial. So it feels like that, except it's not like scripted. It's just like a full documentary. And also, I've been watching. I watched Six Underground. It's a new movie on Netflix that came out last month, and it stars Ryan Reynolds and a few other people that I don't know. But the cast is just funny. I'm hoping they had a good they have a sequel in the works because the movie was great. It was a fun ride. It wasn't really like something you just sit down and watch, like to absorb like story time and everything. But it has it has a whole bunch of action, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Oh.
Directed,
Michael Bay directed it.
Yeah, I was gonna say directed by Michael Bay.
Yeah, no story but action. Directed Michael Bay. There you go. What about you, Kevin? What you been watching?
I've been watching a DVD I bought a year ago.
Oh, Christ.
I bought an anime a year ago. I always buy my stuff cheap, and it's The Secret of Blue Water. It's the creators, the guy who created Evangelion. So he did his that. So this is his first anime show when he left Studio Ghibli. Yeah.
So it's old. It's not new.
Yeah, it's old.
Okay.
So it's not new. It's not new, but I bought it because it cost like $100.
Goddamn.
And it was on sale at the time, $20.
Okay.
So, hey man,
Bargain, baby.
Bargain. Yeah, but I bought my shit on the cheap. Unless, here's all my money.
Is it an A or B?
It's an A or B. It's either I find it cheap or, you know what, I think I could save up.
Right.
But I finally, I went through it, and I liked the show, but I just couldn't have the time because of new stuff coming out, and some stuff I was buying too, so it's just been around. Me watching it, so I finally get to watch the final 3 episodes of a show that had 23 episodes. But it doesn't count because some of it is filler, but whatever. Yeah. But I highly recommend it. It's a classic.
What's it called?
It's called The Secret Blue Water. There's another title, but I just know of right now Secret Blue Water.
Oh, well, Wikipedia, y'all. Jacobo.
Okay, what I've been watching, what I just finished watching was this Netflix original called Kipo and the Age of Wonder Beast.
Okay.
Yeah.
These fans.
I know, right? I've been watching Pinky.
I've been watching, the Clean films.
No, but this show is pretty dope, man. You got cool characters, you got memorable, characteristics that they all have, and bro, the world building, it's so amazing. It's so funny, so rich. Dang, son, made me want to do an animation right now, bro.
Let
me do my show right now. But it's good. And another show I've been watching that has been cracking me up is called Scissor 7. And it's
oh, okay.
Yeah, so to just go quickly in it, it's just about a guy who has amnesia. He used to be an assassin, and basically he's a hairdresser going around doing some hits to kill people, but he kind of fails, and it's it's comedic, it's funny, it's so good, man. Oh, you gotta watch it, man.
Okay, calm down.
What's it called? Scissors?
I know, right? X scissors.
Is that an anime?
Is that a kill?
Is that a Pokemon move?
Oh, yeah, it is. Oh shit, I didn't even know.
Is it Kill a Kill?
That's right. Talking about scissors.
But yeah, it's dope.
And
All right,
finally,
so-
Cleo, what you been
Yes.
watching?
Well, I finished watching recently Lucifer. Been wanting to watch that for the longest time, and I love it. I mean, if you want to see the devil getting to some bullshit and doing some crazy shit, and watching the show and seeing a very, very great crazy cliffhanger, then yeah, go ahead and watch it.
What the fuck?
The way the show ends, like at season 4, is like you feel like there's gonna be so much more going into it, but I mean, I don't know how they're gonna end it, but that's just the way I see it. I mean, if you like the whole celestial and the whole like biblical stuff, but like a little bit more alternated, then yeah, I think you.
And it's comic booky.
Yeah, and comic book too, because it's based off the
Comic book
Lucifer
series.
comic book, yeah, basically.
Called Lucifer.
Yeah, basically the DC
Yep.
Is
and
there a alternative called the Bible? The comic version of the Bible?
I mean, there's many different interpretations of the Bible.
Oh, Lord.
That's true.
I think making it into a comic book is just another facet of
Yeah.
telling the story of Jesus.
oh, and I also started watching recently the second season of You.
Me?
Hey.
Not
No.
you.
When did I come out on Netflix?
Hey, you better be careful. They turn you to Aaron Hernandez.
Oh, Christ. And how you liking it so far?
Well, so far I like it because it's really creepy. It's unsettling, and like, you know what, you gotta watch it if that's what you're into. So I recommend it. I haven't been able to watch the second season in its entirety, so I'm not sure how it ends. But I recommend the first season at least. I'm just saying.
Just in case they throw some salt in there in the end.
Just to let you know, season 2, fire.
It's like Lucifer.
No.
Don't worry, we'll come
I don't
back full
know.
circle.
I know, right?
Isn't you about stalking people and shit?
Yeah.
Oh.
That is. Ooh, I need to watch that.
And this
Yo.
this guy's like, Lucifer. Don't watch Lucifer, but let's watch people stalking.
They hate the devil.
And
He may act like one, but he's not one.
Oh my God.
I don't know, Jacob, we got some different interpretation happening here.
I mean, I have you on my queue, so I'll give it a do.
All right. Caillou.
Now we're rhyming now. We're rhyming now, huh? Give it I do and Caillou.
Oh, Christ. All right, let's go on to the main segment now.
That's right. We're going back to our scheduled program, which is our topics.
Hope you like this segment.
Oh man! So the Super Bowl came out, and they released a couple trailers, and the one that we are mostly interested about is Disney Marvel shows and Disney Plus. It doesn't show up much. It's like a clip of various things that we were gonna see. So, what do you guys, feel about this clip? Are you excited? Are you
Feel. That was a feeling. that was like, cause like right after Endgame ended, and Far From Home, sort of like the last of the collage of the first 10 years of Marvel. It felt like a closed garage. You close the garage and you like move on with your life. You got your basketball inside, your hockey sticks, your roller skates, your skateboard. You got all that stuff that you play outside with. And you just go on to life, and you just don't look back like you're having like the greatest time of your life. And you go on, you make new friends, you experience new things. You're going through all this stuff, and then they hit you with 3 more shows coming out. You run back to your garage, you lift it right back up, and you're like, oh, Marvel!
That's a very strange analogy.
That's my analogy. Because that's exactly how I felt. I just wanted to like get back into like getting all the characters again, you know?
You're
like,
Toy Story 3 it. That's what you did.
Like, I'm super excited, man. I love these characters. Like, they build up so much with these characters, you know? Like with because like, you know, now we're gonna be focusing mostly on Loki, I don't say Hawkeye.
The Falcon.
The Falcon, Winter Soldier, Vision, and Wanda. And like, even though they don't really get that much screen time as, you know, Tony Stark or Captain America, Banner, and all them stuff, the fact that we're able to like focus on them now, and they, you know, after the events of Endgame, you know, Spider-Man has been revealed, you know, Thanos got his ass clapped, you know.
I mean, they're missing one show though. Hawkeye.
Dun, dun,
well,
dun.
Let's go back to the other shows that we saw.
But the one that's actually coming out. Oh man. So like, yeah, I love these characters. I've missed Anthony Mackie and I forgot his name, the other one. Sebastian
Stan.
Stan? Oh.
Sebastian Stan.
Sebastian Stan, that's a weird. Alright, I'll give it to you. I like their chemistry.
Yeah.
Like since what was it?
Winter Soldier?
Winter Soldier? Winter Soldier.
No, not Winter Soldier.
No, Civil War.
Civil War.
Since Civil War, they had like that first interaction. It was like, they're gonna be great. Like you already felt that nice chemistry. And now they're like stuck in this TV show. You know, it's like the good guy and the bad guy back to back. They're holding each other, like crossing their hands and stuff. And it's like looking back, like, you know, like a sitcom. Yeah. And I love they're great. They're great. I love them. And it looks like just, I mean, we don't have a lot to like go off of, but you see, you know, the new Captain America. You know, since it's February, it is.
Nice timing.
You know, it's Black History Month. You know, he's playing with his frisbee.
You mean indestructible frisbee
from the motherland?
You mean steel made from Wakanda?
Wakanda forever. Also, I'm getting really excited. Like, it just feels great. I want to see more. Obviously, but you know, Falcon playing with his boomerang. I mean, his shield, frisbee. You see Bucky, you know, with guns and shit. And, you know, you don't see that much what's going on, but you see, you know, Falcon still doing his Falcon thing. He's flying, he's in the air, in the canyon, whatever, playing with missiles. And then you see...
Zemo.
Huh?
You saw Zemo?
Zemo.
The bad guy from Civil War. Oh, you didn't see that?
Yes!
Yeah.
That was him!
That was him.
You look, oh, wow. Because I was looking at him like, didn't we kick his ass already? You know?
T'Challa choked his ass, but that's it.
T'Challa, yeah, you're right. So, he's going to be a villain then.
Oh, who knows? I don't know.
Because
he was locked up.
He got snapped somewhere else. Like, he got snapped, he got out of his cage, and then came back, and then he was like, outside his cage, he was like, oh, fuck, man. let me get on, man. Nobody in Wakanda, where they at? You see portals over there, you're like, go that way. You have to take care of that. But, wow. So I guess he's going to probably play a big role in it, obviously. He still has the chance to, like, turn Bucky haywire or whatever.
Oof.
So that's going to be a problem. And then, you know, what about you guys? How you guys feel about just from the little snippets of Bucky and Captain?
I mean, what about the other show? Like,
WandaVision.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And Loki.
Yeah, right. Okay, so WandaVision.
He's so excited. He forgot about these.
Like, no, because I'm excited for, like, you don't understand. Since Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, Scarlet Witch has been so thick. I was like, man, I love Scarlet Witch, and even in the movies, I love Scarlet Witch too, because, you know, she's just a prepubescent teenager, adolescence, you know, trying to find her space in the world. She lost her brother, she lost the love of her life, and now she's gonna be in the Multiverse of Madness with Doctor Strange. And it's like, yo, it's character growth. It's character development. I want to see her continue to grow. I want to see her become more of a hero than this, like, this emotionally distraught character who's just like trying to like wade through all the big events that's going in, because she's just been being dragged in all of it. So Civil War dragged into it because it was because of her. What's it called? And then she got locked up, whatever, and then it was Infinity Wars, and she was just trying to live her life, but then because Vision had the stone, she got dragged into the whole war, and then she got her ass snapped, and then she confronted Thanos, and all that stuff. So
and learning English in one movie.
Yeah. Yeah, character development. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's there for her character. Yeah, and then from this to the trailer too, like you see it snapping into like all these different realities, and it's like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, right.
So I'm confused, and I can't really say anything because Vision's alive, and he's not supposed to be. So I'm guessing these are like illusions.
Yeah, I think
she's going mad. Is this the prequel to Madness?
You hit the nail on the coffin on that, because that's pretty much what it is. It's her finding Vision, and she's going through warped dimensions to bring him alive. That's my theory on it, because I think that's what happened in the comic, something like that. But I think, in the comic it's a little different. They brought him back with the stones. Right?
Dragon Balls, yes.
Yes, of course. They wished upon the star and they bring somebody back. And this one, I think they're trying to reinvent it a little bit, make it their own, because the MCU is more grounded, so it's less of comic book stuff, more based on reality.
Okay.
So, I can't wait to see what their take on how Wanda is looking for Vision.
Yeah.
Is.
And we can't like really sleep on her neither, because she's pretty strong.
Yeah.
So I want to put it past that her madness is like actually causing all the problems that she's probably going to get through. So.
And I guess in this show her powers are not limited.
Oh yeah.
They full display her powers. Not like in those movies.
Nope. Without rage fire.
She rage fire and they put that patch to it. They patch her out, to lower her strength.
Wanda 1.2.
Like they put her Super Smash Bros.
I know, right?
They
nerfed her so bad. She was top tier.
She was vanilla. Wanda was OP Wanda. Now she's nerfed. Now she's trashed. But yeah, and I don't know. I'm glad Vision's coming back to do his role. I'm glad everybody's coming back to do their role, actually.
And Loki is kind of questionable because it only shows him like, I'm gonna do some shit. Okay.
Come see him on Showtime 10 o'clock p.m. Want to do my antics. But I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not looking too forward to Loki. Only because I'm like a little bit traumatized. When Thanos snapped his neck, I was like, I mean, I'm guessing this is the Loki that
vanished.
Took the attachment and you like, no one. He just dipped. So I'm thinking that's what we're covering. So like that's something else on its own, because this is like a whole different branch in reality. I'm not sure if he curved back in, or if he just like branched out and created a whole new timeline.
Alright, don't hurt your brain.
I know I'm just excited.
Don't hurt yourself on that.
Because then Professor Matter or Professor Hulk, he fucking wrong. Because now there's two timelines. One that where Loki's alive and one that where he's not. Or two realities, who knows. Maybe her madness creates or helps. I don't know. Everything connects. I'm waiting for it. I can't wait. I'm happy.
Yep.
I'm good.
Alright, Jacob, after he's done, what can you say in short minutes?
I know, that was terrible.
No, for me, I definitely got surprised with WandaVision. I was expecting something else, but it looks like a sitcom, right? And it kind of gave me
the presentation.
That. Basically, yeah. I wanted to see a lot more, and it just, with sitcoms, there are certain ones that I like and enjoy, and there's ones I absolutely hate. And it kind of gave me that Full House view.
Oh!
That Full House
whatever.
and let this be known, I hate the Full House intro, and I'll snap anybody's neck.
It's funny because he loves the other intro from what's that show?
Family Matters.
Family Matters.
Because you know what?
What?
Family Matters.
Oh my god! You know how much that hurts.
You know what?
Tell them what's in the topics.
Everywhere we go.
Everywhere you go, everywhere there's Jesse and Uncle Joey and Danny
And Aunt Becky. Oh, we can't talk about her. Though.
And you know, it's funny. I don't know why you hate Full House when Scarlet Witch's previous days were there, bro. Scarlet Witch was there.
Hey, man. Her sisters. Yeah. But this is Scarlet Witch we're talking about. Fine and divine. All right.
Alright.
No. But truth be told, I am looking forward to it, along with the Falcon and Winter Soldier. Now, I'm kind of like a big fan when it comes to Marvel shows. Some of them, like I've seen the Runaways, and I've seen.
Oh, you like the Runaways?
Well, that's for a different discussion.
Guilty pleasure.
You know, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah. I kind of enjoy that, but you know how that goes. But every so often, I would love to sink my teeth into like new Marvel shows or DC shows, and that's my pleasure. I love seeing that throughout the week. And you know, like this came at the right time because people were about to fall out of Disney Plus, bro.
Falcon died.
After the Mandalorian dip, bruh. Well, what can keep us here?
The Proud Family.
Oh, the Proud Family. Well, you gonna have American Dragon there?
I think we do.
Time taking too long. No, but like, it's a good thing that they put this out because, like, I mean, Disney Plus is already putting out all these shows that's out in their disposal, and you got one of the best shows that's coming out there, and now what can we do? We're just in the void. So I'm nice. It's very nice to see this happen, and of course, Loki. I mean, I'm excited. I want to see what's up. It's kind of like those shows where you know something's gonna definitely go up. Like things gonna go down. Like
what is he gonna do, bro?
That's the thing, man. I don't know, but I want to know. and like, I'm generally excited. I can't contain myself. I'm hyped.
Boy, I'm shaking. I am excited too, just like everybody else. I want to see how like WandaVision, Loki even ties into the movies. Yes. Especially like WandaVision, because like when I saw like that segment, it kind of like took me aback because I was like, "Whoa, this is a little bit strange," and I'm like,
Doctor Strange.
And coincidentally, it connects to the movie.
Oh.
Y'all killing me with this shit. Get on point.
Carol's having a ball, y'all.
But yeah, like when I saw that, I was like, I'm thinking about like all these theories. Like, okay, so are these multiple realities that she's creating? What do you call that? Or like, did she like herself create this illusion to kind of like help herself? What do you call that? Help herself with the grief of losing vision.
Cope with it.
Yeah, cope with it. Like there was a part towards the end where she was in color, but then everything else was gray. Have you noticed that? It was like towards the end of the commercial of that segment.
Oh yeah.
So I'm thinking, is it possible that little gray part is kind of like her mind just going wild?
Oh.
I also heard that supposedly somebody's gonna come in to help Wanda like control her powers. Agatha Harkness, I think, supposedly. So it's possible that maybe her powers went haywire, and then she came in and she's like, "Okay, I'm gonna teach you how to like calm down a little bit.
So Avengers therapy.
Who knows? I mean, you never know. And then maybe, I don't know, man. It's just, I know there's going to be a lot of craziness happening because that little segment right there, man. And the Loki part, same thing. Like, I'm thinking, because that's a different Loki. And I heard supposedly he's going to be, like, taking place. Like, it was weird. Like, I read somewhere that supposedly he was going to have, like, a lot of influence in history. Like, I remember what it was.
Loki in time.
Oh, Lord.
Back to the Future.
I was thinking more of Loki and a half, like how they had Lion King and a half.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
he like insert himself in like all these scenarios to like make the events that happen. Is that
Yeah.
what you mean?
I think that's what I think that I read that somewhere. Don't quote me, I don't know if it's true or not, but like supposedly he's gonna like pretend to be like certain influential people and gonna influence history or something like that. I'm not sure if it's 100% true, but I've heard those rumors. But like, man, like this show hasn't even started. I'm already like,
I know, bro. That's what I'm saying, man.
and he's like in jail somewhere, but like where? What planet he goes
Detroit.
to?
Bro, you know how this sounds like when you're talking about him going back in time, like the
Bill and
Lion
Ted?
King, huh?
Bill and Ted.
No.
Accident and Adventure.
Oh my god.
No, I was gonna say it a different way, like you know the Timmy Turner channel servers. That's how.
Really?
Yeah, that's how I compared it. When you're going.
I'm tired of this man.
I would say the way she described it was Bill and Ted Accident and Adventures. Loki's Accident and Adventure.
Talking on a surfboard. He's on the Tesseract surfboard.
Talking to Abraham Lincoln. Like, yo, what's up? Abe?
Oh,
It's me, Loki.
Oh, you're gonna get shot.
Jesus.
That's the most serious way of telling somebody you're gonna get shot.
Jesus.
Don't go to the theater.
Hey, that's a warning shot.
Oh my.
Or Loki shot him.
Oh.
Now we're getting too deep.
But the possibilities are endless
They
because
really
this can go
are.
anywhere. And like, it's
is.
what is it? I don't know if Loki is tied to Doctor Strange or anything, but I heard that supposedly he's gonna make an appearance in Doctor Strange or some sort of connection. And it's like,
Stop.
you're opening up so many like.
You're
I don't
opening
even
up my heart.
I'm just ready for this, man. I'm ready. After watching The Mandalorian, I want to see what they do with this show, especially the budget.
Yeah, with that budget, bro. Disney's
Man.
like rolling right now. They're like, man, get this pile of $2,000 billion and give it to them. Let's do that shit. Make that show. Oh,
He just hands out money.
I know, right? Just make the show.
Make this happen.
Like he's not even worried about money anymore. At this point, after he showed the trailer, he's like, I'm not even worried about money at this point. I already know it's gonna come to me. I'll just take this half, the pool, and throw it to them. They'll let them do whatever. And just close his eyes.
Like, you know, Mickey Mouse sitting in his office. Oh, money. It's coming rolling. It's coming and going. But at least the masses will love it.
Wow. he opens, and then he opens the little valves like. Did everything happen as I planned? Yes, Bo. Yes, Father. Yes, Father. Go back to sleep. Let me handle it.
What happened?
Mickey Mouse is like, disappointing. Rise of Skywalker. Trash. Now on to the next one. Disney shows. We'll make it right. We'll make it up for it.
We'll have to.
We got this coming.
the head of Walt Disney was like, now Mickey, you better grab fucked up the money now.
I learned from the master.
That is creepy, bro.
Oh God!
That is creepy.
Oh no!
Yo, don't arrest us. No, we just Like, we don't know this was real or honest.
We don't know Walt Disney's head still on the frozen ice.
Futurama style. We don't know y'all got that. We ain't woke. I'm still asleep.
It's better be sleep. Well,
Sometimes it's better to be asleep than woke. You hear it from SiXFrame itself. Sometimes it's better to be asleep than it is to be woke.
dreams are happy.
That's depressing.
Dreams are happy until you see reality.
Oh no. But, yeah. Oh, what about Falcon and...
I'm excited to see that too because I love their chemistry. I'm pretty sure at some point they're gonna start roasting each other.
That's what I'm waiting for.
I'm waiting for that.
exactly what
I'm just waiting for those moments.
Yeah.
And all the crazy adventures they're gonna come into, and then who knows? Maybe they'll link into another movie down the road. Cause why not? There we go.
What? Okay, just based on what? I'm sorry, Ken.
What about me?
I'm getting excited.
What about me?
I'm getting excited because
Jesus.
you know that I know it was small, but at one part in Civil War, when Falcon and Bucky were fighting Spider-Man, what if they helped Spider-Man during like this time of refugee after the events of
oh my!
Now Mickey's like, it's a lie in the budget. Let's cut this out.
Oh, that was your idea? No, it's mine.
Disney Plus, bitch.
And you know what? It'll happen in due time.
When you wish upon a star.
Ooh, no.
Every time he makes break, that's when he starts singing. I'm sorry.
Oh Lord. So yeah, me. Y'all said it already.
But we want to hear your opinions, your thoughts.
Oh, now you want to hear my thoughts and my opinions? No, alright. Like everybody else, I'm excited. I'm happy to see Falcon and Winter Soldier yucking it up and shooting stuff. That'll be funny.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait for WandaVision because that was the one I was more interested to watch. Because after I saw the trailer when I was watching the Super Bowl, I was like, what the fuck? Oh, I'm glad I didn't quit Disney Plus. And I was, it's funny, I thought of quitting Disney Plus, but I was like, oh man, they have all my favorite classic cartoons, even though they're not the racist ones, but you know what? I'm still gonna watch them. But anyway, that's why I never deleted it. I just love those old cartoons. But like, for them to have these shows, I was like, man, finally, because like after Mandalorian, man, there's nothing. There's really nothing unless you want to watch nostalgia 24/7, 7 times a year, right? And for Loki, which after Clea's talking, like, okay, that's interesting, but like when you see it, the clip is just him like, hello, it's me, smile. And I'm like, oh, great, it's him. Well, what's your show about? Oh, you got no clip? Okay, well, that's great. So I can't wait. Can't wait, and it's great for Disney Plus to have these shows. Although they're missing one, we're not gonna talk about it.
I can't come back. You're the only one and only. Jeremy, don't.
We don't know.
We don't know.
But hey, look, if it resolves itself, it resolves itself. But we're still looking for Hawkeye. Nobody outside looking at us, right? But still look. Hey, look. Come back.
Yeah.
Come back. Hey, yo, come back.
Hey, yo, come back. But yeah, can't wait for that. Everything that you guys all said in tandem is exactly how I feel. Not the level of excitement as this guy. Nah.
I'm hyped.
Because I'm also reserved a little bit, just in case.
Yeah.
I don't want them to give me the, switcheroo, and then they give me some weird shit that I probably don't like. So.
I get that. Yeah.
So right now, my excitement level is
contained.
contained in like around the medium mark.
Okay.
I get that.
Yeah. Okay.
So another movie, another Marvel movie, and I'm surprised we didn't talk about this. I thought we did. Did we talk? We did like a trailer.
Trust me, when I edit the videos, I always type down everything for what we talk about, and I've never once typed in black or.
It's Black History Month.
No, you shouldn't celebrate on this one. She ain't black, and she ain't history.
She ain't.
Oh, she is history
now.
So if you didn't catch all this, the movie is Black Widow, which I can't believe we still not talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
It's surprising. After 30-something episodes, we forgot one thing.
Yeah, I know, right? It's Marvel. It's Marvel.
Too much stuff going on.
So again, how you feel about this? Because at the same time when the Super Bowl, they had the trailers for the Disney shows for Disney Plus. They got Black Widow and the new trailer that reveals a little bit more, especially Taskmaster. Yeah, I'm saying it wrong. Taskmaster. Oh fuck.
No.
You say it.
Taskmaster.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And it reveals a little bit more of his action scenes, because in the other trailers there wasn't a lot of presence. They're just like, here's this guy on a motorcycle suit. And I'm like, oh, that's supposed to be him?
Yeah, right.
That's sad. And it's still sad. I don't like this design. This design is like, it's like the most like poor man assassin. But anyway, it reveals a lot more. It reveals more of the characters, but it's the same thing from the previous trailers. So it's the same stuff, but it still got me hyped and excited. And it's like, okay, this is pretty cool. Just Black Widow, and there's cool visuals and stuff. So, what you guys think? Starting with Lab, because I know Lab is like staring at me like I'm talking. I'm like, bruh, I know Lab is gonna start talking, and I want to have at least a moment of where I could talk. But this man just keep eyeing me down.
He's like eyeing you like a piece of stick. Let me go.
Let me go in, and I was like, okay, all right, Lab, Black Widow, go.
All right, Black Widow. Oh man, Natasha, I miss you, baby. Well, this is one of the original Avengers' first ever solo movies.
Yeah,
and I honestly wanted a Hawkeye movie and a Black Widow movie since, or at least after Age of Ultron, because I thought everyone was gonna get their own standalone movie before we came together for like the final big battle. But we didn't, because they always made their cameos, or they always got their stories told in like
in the Avenger movies.
No, well, Avengers and also like the individual films. So like Iron Man, Thor, Captain America,
Civil War. So all this story's always been like from there. So everything Avengers related or even the individual is always from there. They never really had their background fully explored, their relationship with other people, their past, other characters from anywhere else or anything like that. And what's interesting with this one is that this is prior her joining with Nick Fury. Mm-hmm. So from the trailers we see that she is already wanting to do good. So I'm sure we're gonna have like a scene, or at least like a good section where we're like in the beginning, like the whole ballet thing from Age of Ultron for the flashbacks. Because I wanna let me tell you,
Let me tell you about this scene, bro. Like, it threw me off so hard when I was watching Age of Ultron. And to this day,
Yeah.
to this day, I can't, I don't, like, I want to know the full picture. You know, like, it's just ballerinas and
Pirouettes.
and, you know, get the Glock and dance with it. And I'm like, what? That's how you become assassin? So
They get to explore the Red Room.
yeah.
Which they show in the trailer.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
other-
So I'm hoping they actually like extend that exploration because I want to know. I want some answers on what the fuck she been going through to get to who we got now. And then, like I said from the trailer, she already started to want to be a hero. So my own prediction, for like near the end of the movie, because that's what I like doing. It's just something I like doing. But like something sort of like how Captain Marvel did it in their end. You know, Nick Fury comes up. Or at least, Nick Fury comes up and obviously offers the job of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
As he's starting it up. And I assume at some point, Hawkeye might make an appearance in the film.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's supposed to, because
I
it's
feel like he
supposed
should.
to be the Budapest thing.
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
So, I mean, hey, they're probably not showing him for the fact of things we can't discuss because we don't know.
Yeah.
And so, you know, they're probably keeping his appearance secret in the trailer. So maybe when we watch the movie, he appeared and we're like, oh shit, you here.
Yay, Jeremy, you made it back. Welcome back to Marvel. 10 more years.
He's not the
president. I mean, this is just Black Widow's journey of how she becomes part of the bigger story. And I always like looking back before the events happen because it always show like how time manipulates or how destiny creates the end production.
Mm-hmm.
It's always nice to see like how it all started. Especially with her, and then we get to see her family, and boy, family plays a heavy theme in this podcast.
Yeah.
Soon enough.
But so I want to see what was his name? Dave? I forgot the actor's name.
The Dave. Oh, well,
David
from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
He'll be playing the Red Guardian, which is pretty much the Russian Captain America.
David Harbour.
Yeah, David Harbour.
So, because I like his character as the sheriff in Stranger Things, so
yeah.
I already grew an attachment to him. So when I saw him, I'm like, welcome to Marvel, baby. And I don't know. I want to see like how she interacts with her own family, and like how everybody else works together, and how they just do their thing. I want to see the birth of Black Widow, and I can't wait. And I also heard that wasn't Iron Man supposed to make an appearance?
Yes, he is in the credits of Robert Downey Jr. is in the movie.
This is gonna hurt a lot, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Boy!
It's been a year now.
And
he's not real.
What?
Right?
What's your point?
So you're gonna tell me you're gonna walk the streets and you see Robert Downey Jr. be like, rest in peace. You're gonna say rest in peace to this man's face? Like,
rest in peace, Dr. Doolittle.
Love you 3000.
Love you.
Dr. Doolittle.
you want to know what that movie is? Go look at that anime where the guy pokes the dragon in the ass. That's pretty much describes Dr. Doolittle.
Oh, the one I talked about?
Yeah, that one. That's pretty much Dr. Doolittle. Anyway, we're going off topic. Black Widow. Before we go, there's one gripe after all the shit he said.
I mean, shit.
There's one gripe I have, and that's in every Marvel movie, is bad guys
Oh.
So like again, I didn't like his design for Taskmaster.
Mm-hmm.
Said it right this time.
Yeah, you did.
And I just hope he's not either a forgettable villain or this one shot tier villain. Which looking at the trailer, he's not one shot. He's not Crossbones. So hopefully he's not Ultron. Maybe he could. Maybe he is Killmonger. He probably won't be. But I mean, hopefully he's not a forgettable villain, and because come on, it's Taskmaster. He's like he's a thing, you know. So hopefully he's not dead.
He could be a Mysterio.
Well, whatever. Clea, you got something to say about this movie?
Yes. Like everybody else, I'm really excited. My only problem is that I don't... Wait. My problem is that I hate the fact that they brought that movie in so late. Like,
That's true.
I wish they could have actually, like, showed that movie or created this movie, like, early on. Because I would have liked to see her past.
Okay, yeah.
And to see how, like, how she was before she met the Avengers. How she met, Nick Fury, like the conflict that she had between like her being an assassin and her
But
not.
Clea, Captain Marvel.
I'm just saying. I mean, I wish they brought her in.
Captain Marvel's the most popular superhero.
No. I wish.
Upon
the flower dragons and I laugh at the bar. We got kept like, hey, my niños, hey. This is Marvel.
But yeah, I mean, I wish they brought it in like much earlier in the game because again, like I would like to see like her progression up to this point. But you know, regardless, I am excited to see it, and you never know. Maybe they might add something that might be very important to the MCU down the road.
Like what?
Anything. Like, baby, I've heard rumors that supposedly she's like a clone or something. Or...
Get that!
Listen, these are rumors. I don't know if it's true or not, but they might add something in. It might lead to the next phase of Marvel.
It won't be a clone. It'll probably be her sister. Well, not really her sister, but her sister, who's also a Black Widow. She kind of replaces her as Black Widow because that's what they did in the comics. So probably she replaces her, Natasha. But I don't know. That's what they might. I don't know. They might do that or not. But
it gives me sort of like another idea for like how it could end. Like so, like after because like obviously I would love to like see her sister at the funeral for Natasha after her death. And maybe Nick Fury, recruits her and then she becomes a new Black Widow. That's a possibility.
It's a lot of speculations.
Yeah, I know.
The possibilities are endless.
And we're usually always wrong. So
it probably won't be good.
So every time we do this, we're usually wrong.
Dang. I just thought of something.
Oh, no.
Dang it. I just thought of like maybe during the end credit scene, the funerals, like the funeral part. They show Nick Fury and her, but it's kind of like far off in the distance. She's like away from everyone else, and Nick Fury is like, "So, Natasha, she died, right?" Yeah. I hate this. Boo.
Academy Award-winning actor Jacob.
And then classic.
And then Nick Fury is like, "Well, there's a spot open. You want to be Black Widow?" Oh boy, would I?
Oh boy, would I? Clip clock.
Oh boy, would I? Amazing.
This went downhill fast.
I know, right?
Jacob should win all the awards.
I know, right?
Golly gee.
Boo hoo. The fuck was that?
Academy Award-winning actor right here.
Oh Christ. I I could see that probably happening though. Disney will pull some cheap shit like that.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of ridiculous time
Wait.
loops. Oh, you got more?
No, I mean, we never touched Jacob.
but y'all skipped me. And
But we didn't skip you. We were going to you.
I was gonna try to skip Jacob. Y'all caught me.
Bro,
Caught me red-handed.
we playing Uno now?
Reverse Uno card.
Caught me red-handed. I was trying to skip Jacob. All right, Jacob. Tell us about Black Widow.
Okay, so Black Widow, I sort of more or less like the feeling of it, like happening, but I do agree with Clea. I did wish it advanced earlier on, before Endgame, and instead of Captain Marvel taking the slot.
Hey man, leave those gripes out there.
Hey man, still haven't finished the movie, but I do wish we had this put in like early on so that we could get a feel for her character before the climactic finish.
Yeah.
And so that we could be more invested in her character. And I'm kind of excited to see like what's the David Harbour?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Robert, yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited to see how he's gonna do in the big screen. Ooh,
Yeah.
because I know he was the Hellboy.
He was
Yeah,
Hellboy.
he was Hellboy. Yeah.
But I didn't see that movie. But I want to see him in a Marvel place. Like, where can he stack up? Like, bro, you with the big boys now.
Yep.
Like, son, ooh, I can't wait. He has a Russian voice down pat though. I
Yep.
feel it. He's in character. I want to see more about her sister. I want to see more about the family dynamic when they go around and fight. Taskmaster and everyone else. Oh man, so many possibilities in this movie. Go Marvel, man.
Don't go in that rabbit hole. Already been.
No.
multiple rabbit holes.
I get you. But like, another thing too, Taskmaster. Not really feeling his suit. Not really feeling the whole silent character type of vibe. I want to hear his voice. I want to see how he's gonna be.
Boy, you see that movie, he's gonna come here like,
Hey, Natasha, what's going on?
Well, no, like if he was like Ultron, I get that. The voice for Ultron.
Okay, well, honestly, I could.
voice from
It feels like because Ultron's voice is a little bit because it's Tony Stark's. It's a bit childish.
Tony
for
X.
Yeah, so it feels a bit more childish like, for a Task. I'm not sure what character Taskmaster is. I only know him from the Spider-Man game as an asshole who plants bombs all over the city.
No, so what he is, he's an assassin, mercenary who has the ability to copy everybody's moves.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at the Sharingan, boy!
Well, he's the original, but like that's his moves. Those are his powers. So that's why he does the same flips as her, and could also block her moves because he knows she knows how technical you are. So that's pretty much his powers.
Okay.
But the problem is just the way he looks.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the comics and in the game, he looks awesome with like a skull mask.
Yes.
With a fucking sword in the back and a shield. He's just like, vroom, assassin time.
Bro, in the game, he's like, anything you can do, I can do better.
I can do anything
better than you.
No, you can't. I can't.
Yes, I can. But in this one, he's like, anything you can do, I can do, sort of okay, I guess.
Well, the thing is about your logic is that he doesn't talk, so.
But the thing is, come on, I need to hear his voice, man.
You want that action movie scene where like they show the bad guy and he's like, and now I got you, Black Widow. May 1st.
Because this could be the hit or miss for me. And if I go in and I see the movie and I hear his voice like, "Oh wow, I could do this better than you."
But hold on, but like the thing is like we go back to Ultron. He was like, screens can't hold me back. You know, I don't have no more. You know, everyone's like, oh, that's scary. And then you watch the movie, it's like, oh. So remember that robot? Remember he fought this robot? What's his name? Ultron.
Neutron, Jimmy Neutron. Yeah,
Ultron. Oh, Ultron. That's right. So it's like I get what you're saying, but it's like, man, it's like either it's be quiet or sound cool, but it won't guarantee you that this villain might be great.
Yeah, I get that.
And you know, Marvel doesn't have a great they have a great track record making movies and making billions, but when it comes to villains, boy, you could count in one hand how many good villains in Marvel movies.
Hey, but a lot better than the DC movies.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What villains did they have?
Superman was a villain. Dickhead was a villain.
I don't know there was a dickhead in these.
And Joker.
Oh, I know Joker.
Hey, look at your faces.
He's the one from that movie where he danced.
He tap dance down the stairs.
You're supposed to say, no, he's the one that says damage in the fort. Like, what? Who's that? Oh, we don't talk about that Joker.
Yeah.
I don't get that reference.
Oh, you know the Jared Leto Joker.
Oh, ooh. You see, that's the thing. I did not care for Suicide Squad that much. Actually, I think I blocked all of his scenes out. So I don't remember that line.
So you don't know Honka Honka Honka?
I think I blocked that out too.
I love that line. That line was so stupid and out of place.
It just made the movie. It did it.
That and Killer Croc going, BT.
That one I remember because I was laughing. Like, what the fuck? This crocodile watch a BET for?
Wanna watch BT?
You watching the booties, boy.
Oh yeah, but I think that's it for me.
That's it for you?
Mm-hmm.
Finally. Now, let's go to the most ridiculous trailer of them all. Fast and the Furious 9.
It's making me furious.
Real fast.
The movie that just elevates every time they make one.
Mm-hmm.
Now I've seen Hobbs and Shaw. Not all of it, but I saw a little bit.
More on the two, yes.
Boy, that action is insulting to the brain. They do the most ridiculous, yeah right, action you can ever watch in any movie.
Dang.
Now you look at Fast and the Furious 9. That Shaws and Haw is just a tip of the ridiculousness of the Fast and the
And you
Furious
want to make a
franchise.
series?
Bro, you watch that? You watch those action shots and Shaws and Haw. You're like, God damn! Can we just sit down and explain how this man could catch a helicopter one-handed, and he's not even superhuman? The bad guy is superhuman. But I digress. So Fast and the Furious 9, ridiculous as always, and it starts with a little song that this man here.
It's been a long day without you, my friend.
A long day.
I'll tell you about it
When I see you again.
All right. That's a great. That's a good singing right there.
Oh, Christ.
So it starts out with the music, and him talking about my father now,
Family.
family. I can't expect. This movie is ridiculous, bro. Like, with them just being a farm, that fucking music hits. Then talking about you must inherit my my cross chain because it will protect you. To them fighting in I guess in Europe. They're like, there's this guy stronger and better and faster. You think you can handle it, Don? You think you can beat him? Do you know who he is? It's John Cena! And when John Cena appeared, they're like, oh shit! I guess we're fighting John Cena. as they keep fighting, they man, they were just harping it. Oh, you think you could fight him? You think you could beat him? And they're like, we're gonna go up against a master thief and greatest race car driver ever. And they're like, that's because he's Dom's brother.
But you can't see me. My time is now.
Bro,
I'll tell you one thing right now. I would have been mad at this podcast if we didn't have one of those, alright?
Look, we have to. It writes itself. It writes itself. This movie is so ridiculous that it spoiled the entire movie in one trailer. The brother, the ridiculous car swing. They freaking Tarzan the car off a cliff. Before that, freaking John Cena jumped off the cliff and they have a plane freaking grabbed it like a G.I. Joe cartoon, just and they flew away. Everybody in the cast was like, "There's a magnet plane." What movie is this, bro? Only Fast and the Furious could get away with this shit. Yeah. Like any other action movie out here that try to do anything this movie try to pull, y'all now nobody watching that movie, bro.
They not.
No. Like, get that shit away from me. Bruh, like, you gotta hand it to the fans, the Fast and Furious fans. They're loyal as fuck. Cause, bruh, for the ninth movie to have that, to have John Cena being, if you're already confused on Vin Diesel's race, now you're even more confused when John Cena's his brother, right? And then the car swinging, the rocket car. Oh yeah. We got what's his name from Baby Boy back.
Oh yeah, Tyrese.
Tyrese being Tyrese. We're getting Tyreseisms again. They did that Dark Knight flip with the trucks.
Oh yeah, dang it, that was.
I'm not gonna lie, it was cool. To me, it was cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
I like that.
You know, give your credit to Dark Knight, but yeah, it was cool.
They had the leak on the bottom of the screen in the movie theater. Dark Knight.
Reference.
But at least Dark Knight did it for real. This is CGI. And then the biggest reveal, and the most not giving a shit about y'all, no matter what we spoil, y'all asses are gonna go in and watch this movie.
Yeah, bro.
Is the return of Hans. That motherfucker's dead. He got Tokyo Drift in flames.
How? He got clapped up in like what, movie 6 or 7?
No, he got clapped up on Tokyo Drift, and then they changed the origins of how he got clapped.
Oh,
to add
okay.
Shaw.
Okay, yeah, now I remember. Oh, man.
But the man is dead, and he came back Terminator style. And the most awkward transition, like, hey, look who's back.
And then
hey guys. And then cut to Dom hugging. Like, what the fuck?
That was weird.
That was the most weird cut. And there you go. That's the movie. Fast and Furious. Oh, we're gonna go watch it? Yeah, because, like, we still don't know. Even though they spoiled the whole movie.
Yo, Kevin just went all out on this, bro. This man was mad.
No, because it's ridiculous. 9 movies. Just the most insane shit. And this one does not give a fuck. out of all of them, at least they hide some stuff. Yeah, freaking The Rock stops a missile from a submarine. Okay, he punched the missile with from the submarine. Now they don't care. Here's Hans, who died. He's back.
Oh my god. Is this a Marvel film?
It is a Marvel film. This is the original Marvel film right here. The Avengers just assembled. You didn't see that?
Avengers Year 3.
No, they don't say Avengers assembled. They say family. And then that's it. They all show up. When Vin Diesel said family, 40 of them motherfuckers just show up. Start driving cars. Listen to reggaeton. And Tyrese just saying some wild shit that nobody can understand because he's screaming the entire movie.
What more do you want from me?
Hey, those movies pay for that Benihana's in this house.
Oh, Lord.
So anyway, enough from me. What do you think, man, about this movie?
I lost a lot of brain cells watching that shit, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. What the fuck was that, bro? Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I love the ridiculousness of the Fast and Furious franchise. Personally speaking, and I'm not kidding at all. Personally speaking, all the movies from Part 4 onwards were great. They were better than the first 3. The original cops, with Paul, Paul Walker and Don being cops and all, whatever, the whole story with Paul Walker. I prefer the batshit crazy events with cars, those movies, than the first 3 films. And those first 3 films make sense as film, which is why this Fast and Furious film was popular. Mm-hmm. But like after that, after they get started, like, you know what, fuck it, let's put a tank in this shit because we can. Let's put a fucking submarine. Let's let them yeet themselves 50,000 feet from the sky off a plane.
It used to be, we're street racers and we steal
and
stuff.
Now we're fucking drifting spy agents.
Not even 007 be like, yo, why do you need me to save the day? You got these fucking clowns. Vin Diesel's better than me in all things, bro.
And like, they're all great. I love them. They have their own personal spice and stuff. You watch it not really for the story, obviously, but for the action, the fun that secures,
the action that melts your brain.
Yeah, it just it's like action is like it's so unnecessary, but it's there, And I'm looking at this, and it's like everything is just like. I can't process it. I really cannot process what the fuck is going on, what's going to go on in that movie.
Everything happened all at once.
Yes. I think I just watched the whole film. My brain was just trying to link everything together and sort of like override it and burned out.
That was the thing. You just watched the movie, and then now you're processing, like, where's the in-betweens? Where's the gaps?
I don't get me wrong, I still expect them to go to space. When they go to space, I'm gonna watch that shit. Period. It's gonna happen.
As the movies,
family sats to a rocket with duct tape. You planted the stratosphere. Like it's nothing. Like, oh my god,
we're going to space.
And they're gonna fight like space rock or something.
Oh my god.
No, but. As the movies were this is before, we done this podcast, but like, we always talked about this as the movie progressed, how ridiculous they get.
Yeah, of course.
We always said they're going to space. They're going to space. We don't know how, but they're going to space. And as the ridiculous continues, we always believe they're going to space. But the level of ridiculousness is so high in the meter. It's like I can't handle this. I know they're going to space, but I don't want to see it anymore. Not after this.
Yeah.
I still do. I'm not gonna lie. I want to see how ridiculous they'll go with it, man. I know they could do it. I know they can. But I guess my my hugest problem with this movie is Dom. His emotion has exited the movie, bro.
What emotion? He never had emotions.
No, because I mean, like even in betweens, like in like shots, like even when like in the trailer, like Fast 8 and 7, you will see him like give him like a little smirk or laughing like a little family.
His dumbass laugh.
Yeah. And like it shows that he's not like all, but like all three. But like in this trailer, when he's with his son, stone face. When he sees his brother, stone. Everything was just pure stone face. And I get probably because of the plot. Obviously, he's going against his like what little brother. I think he said
yeah,
little
his
brother.
little
Yeah.
brother.
So he's going against his little brother. So like I guess like it's like really personal. And I get that, but like. Christ, I'm not. No, this is you guys are fucking swinging on a fucking a wire in a car, and you're not smiling. Like, get the fuck out of here, man! This is ridiculous. Like, it's not that serious. It's not that serious, yo.
It is serious to them.
It's to him, nah.
Bruh.
And that's not what bothered me because like even when Homeboy came back, like it's like the most nonchalant like. Like you remember how when Spider-Man took Captain America's shield, he was like, "Hey everyone," and everybody's like, "Oh shit!" When I saw Homeboy walk up, this boy Ian, "Hey y'all," and you're like, "What the fuck?" I'm supposed to be dead, bro. Like, I'm not even high. I'm just like, "What the fuck?" And then Dom comes out like stone faced and he hugging him like he's about to like lift and suplex his ass like. I have strong feelings. Like my feelings are for this movie is like weird. I love the Fast and Furious franchise. Honestly, little backstory for us. It's a little bit like the whole familiar group of the Six Frames is just sort of like built off of what Dom says as family, and it touched me, and I just called it Familia to a pump. Now this is ridiculous. This is Fast 9. Bitch, what the fuck you doing?
That's very sentimental.
And then now this bitch is saying that not all family is blood. I got that, but like, what the fuck you doing, bro?
After you mentioned that's like their blood brother, I was like, then the sister had to know, right? Bro, I wish Paul Walker was still alive because I wanted to see his face. What he would thought. Yo, John Cena's his brother.
What?
You gotta tell me this man was an FBI agent. He never once talked about like. Oh, okay. Well,
man. So
Jacob.
many plot holes.
Oh my gosh. I don't have much to say about this movie.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
What I do want to say is when Dom went to hug, Hans, yeah, like he hugged him like okay, like for example, like a relative or a homeboy that got locked up so many times that he got out.
Are you tired of saying it?
Like you keep you keep making you keep making these like celebration parties, whatever. Hey, you back, bro? And then you got these family members like, yeah.
What's up? Good to see you, bro.
Yeah, the way he hugged him was not happy at all. It's like
it's been a while, huh?
He's confused like us. Like, what the fuck?
It's almost like, what the fuck? All right.
Oh Lord.
And the whole rope thing. I wanted to
Tarzan that car, man.
Bro, I wanted to split whoever wrote that scene.
You know who you want next after he did the Tarzan thing?
What?
You want him to slide the trees like in
Bruh.
Tarzan now.
Oh,
and then Phil
With the
Collins,
car?
yeah, with the car,
And Phil Collins
and
comes
Phil Collins come out. Every night you wonder.
No. I'm just imagining the car as it's going up the cliff. It's like
Swerving and sliding.
yeah, trying to get up. And the Phil Collins movie coming in full blast, like, ooh.
Phil Collins
Son of
music.
a man.
I would expect those guys to have fun while doing that. I know they're worried. That, well, they got a magnet plane. What we gonna do? Got a rope I would expect one guy like, I would expect them to do that to have some fun with it, but if they ain't doing that, what's the point?
No, they were straight serious.
They're like, this is reality.
But not just that. The scene prior to that, where the car was going on the bridge and the bridge was breaking apart.
And they're just driving over it like it was nothing. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. It made no type of sense whatsoever.
Physics do not exist in Fast and Furious movie.
Yeah, obviously don't.
But it kept you watching, though. That's the bad part.
Because that's the worst part. You just accept that this is
This is
how
the
it
franchise
is.
it is, yeah.
This is how it is. It evolved from, yo, we ride the streets, right? And,
So,
and
the whole world our playground. Now
the whole world
it's space.
So this whole time we didn't see John Cena. Now he's here. Like, how does that make sense?
Right. What if they did like a little montage of him in the past? Like he was in all the important scenes in the past, but he was just like standing there, but nobody could see him.
Bro, the only thing they could do now is bring Ja Rule.
Oh, wanna go murder?
Oh, dumb, bro.
Clea, I know you got nothing to say, but you got.
Once upon a time, I remember that the movies were grounded. Now they're going to fucking alternate realities. Like, bro.
I would not be surprised if during WandaVision you see Dawn just like, like, what the fuck?
That makes an appearance in Doctor Strange.
Family, what the fuck is that? And Loki's in the car too.
Doctor Strange is like, that's a car going to space.
We saw it coming, yeah. We saw it coming. We ain't stop it, but we saw it coming.
They're going to space. They're literally halfway there.
You know what I wouldn't mind for a 10th movie? Fast and Furious versus John Wick. I'll put it right there on the table.
Bruh, Fast 9 is already turning to John Wick.
I'm waiting for that. It's gonna happen. I promise you. If it's not space, it's versus John Wick. It has to be, or versus Power Rangers. One of those two. The Fast Megazord.
Bruh, at this point, the possibility is endless. For real. It's real. They cannot do any wrong if they make a cameo with Power Rangers.
Oh.
Or Ninja Turtles. Imagine Ninja Turtles.
My God.
Family. Yeah. Cowabunga.
Oh my God.
Let's ride a broner.
Bruh.
Oh Lord.
If he, I was thinking like they do in Fast 11, they just see the Iron Giant, and Vin Diesel is voicing the Iron Giant.
Oh,
Superman Corona.
They just clink glasses, clink, and then Groot just comes out of nowhere.
damn, this turned into a real Marvel movie.
That was a Marvel movie.
That's part of the Phase 4.
Yo, Vin is the last boss, bro.
Nick Fury recruits him.
Oh man!
Comes out at the end of Fast Fucking 9.
I'm not at the Fast 9. Nick Fury, motherfucker. What the fuck?
Vin Diesel at the end. Okay, everyone, you witnessed all of my other forms. Now you about to meet the real me.
They already done that already in Fast 8.
Well, I didn't see it, so.
Well.
Wait, what's his final form?
Oh.
Well, this is final form, so we could transition our way out of here.
Okay, his final form is Dr. Manhattan.
You know what? I'll allow that. He comes out with his dick hanging out. I know all possibilities.
And I just don't care about people.
I just don't care about people.
I honestly just don't care.
Oh,
You see,
Dr. Manhattan.
that's the lead up to why he looks the way he does in this trailer.
And then he succeeded to go to Mars. That's why he got to
They go to Mars. That's when they go to outer space. Oh man! And then they fight Alien and Predator. All right.
I'm ready for this next 10 years of fast. 10 more years.
I don't even know. I don't think they're gonna do anymore.
No, I think after they said that 10 is the last one.
Yeah, 10 is the last one.
10 is the last one.
Are they gonna call it Slow and the Curious?
Corona or light buzz.
Let me tell you something. They're gonna end on 10, and then we'll come back years later.
Generation 2.
Generation 2.
The children.
We'll be old now, and we'll be like, Vin Diesel back in Fast and the Furious 11.
Yeah, he's on his little.
He's walking with a cane. Let's go, family.
He has rockets cracked up. He's flying with the shit. Get the fuck out of here, dog. You're a G4, you're an old man with G4. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, he becomes Zordon for everybody. Alright. I think we're done. I think we're done.
We just laughed at the whole thing, bro.
I think we're done with Fast.
I'm sorry. I just want to say one thing. I thought what Jacob. I'm sorry, but when Jacob said what his true form was, I thought he was gonna say Thane. Bitch ass Thane.
Hate that man.
If y'all don't know Thane, he's from our gameplay of Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 with Thick Dark Scarlet Witch. So go ahead and watch that if you want to.
Yeah, cool.
Plug in. Yeah, let's go.
Oh Lord. Oh. So the next topic is Sabrina season 3.
Mm-hmm.
Get it?
Now I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
You know, and I didn't watch it. But you guys are here and you watched it.
Yeah.
So without no spoilers,
Tell me.
tell me how you feel about this season and the characters and what you hate.
The
as
stories. Just let
Alright,
me know.
Mm-hmm.
I had some mixed feelings about the show when I first saw the whole thing. What I did like though is that the show goes straight to the point.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't add filler shit. It just goes literally it catches up to the last episode of the second season. So they go boom, no shit. They just go straight to it. And it's one thing after the other, one thing after the other. So if you blink, you probably miss something.
For sure, though. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really fast paced, but I liked it because again, it just goes on. It just doesn't stop for some crap. It just goes on. I also like the fact that the characters, they seem to be more sure about themselves.
Oh yeah.
Yes, definitely. I don't know if I should say it, but Roz, she becomes more in tune with her powers.
Mm-hmm. Yes, she does.
And I'm not gonna reveal too much, but she uses it more often in the show, and other characters, they accept themselves more, or they start to separate themselves from let me see if I can give you an example. Hilda, she kind of starts to separate herself from Zelda a little bit. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Progression.
Yes.
Happy for her.
Yes, I'm happy for her too. She kind of stands up to her a little bit. It becomes more of her own persona. Who else? Prudence. What was her name? Prudence, same thing. Well, her.
Oh, nice. Okay.
For Prudence, it's a little bit different, but it's a little bit different for her. But she kind of separates herself from her sisters, and basically a lot of the characters, they start to progress a little bit, and they kind of become more in terms of oh, this is the life. This is what's happening now. We accept it. Sabrina's friends, they accept the magic more, because I know in the previous seasons they're nah, I'm good.
Get your weird old dark powers out of here.
But
dark magic, get away.
Yep, but literally in the first episode, Sabrina's I need to go to hell. I need to save my boy.
Huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they're all right, we're coming with you.
Just like
I'm
that.
dead serious.
They Scooby-Doo that shit. They Scooby-Doo the shit.
I'm dead serious.
Mm-hmm.
Right in the first episode.
Yeah.
Yes.
Isn't it Ross Black? I would assume that she would be the first one to go. Oh hell! Get me the fuck fuck out of here. I'm good, Sabrina. Good luck. You don't need me, trust.
That's why black people say, hell no. Right?
Well,
There you go, Black History Month. That's a history.
Well, first of all, give credit to her for not being stereotypical first.
I guess, yeah. Good job, Ross.
And hanging out with a bunch of white kids, so I have to say that
It was bound to happen.
It was bound to happen.
They also made like some Riverdale references.
Oh, yes!
Because it takes place, I believe, in the same universe. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and it also mentioned in the comic, like the Archie comics, right?
Yeah.
So they also made like some references of Riverdale. So I thought that was a really cool little Easter egg.
Same here.
But there's some cons.
Yeah.
This is just like a general overview because there's like little nitpicky things. But the one thing I didn't like, or one of the things I didn't like, is that a lot of things happen, but you don't actually see it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I like the fast pace of it. I don't have a problem with it. But, like, I feel like it was too fast paced in certain moments. Like, let me see if I can give you a non-spoilery. Okay, so everybody knows that in season 2, I don't know if I should say it, that the devil was inside of Nick, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yes. And
Mild spoilers, but it's
mild spoiler, but it's not, it's not that bad.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point, they have to separate Nick from the devil. And Aunt Zelda's like, it's a painful process, right? We don't actually see the process. And I was like, I would have loved to see that because Nick does suffer trauma throughout the series.
Oh, yeah.
And I would have liked to see him physically, like, separating himself from the devil, just adding on to, like, the trauma that he had to endure. But we don't see that.
Nope.
And that's among the other things among one of the things that I didn't particularly like. That they say it and you're like, how did this happen? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And another problem that I had is that it felt like things were too easy at certain points.
Mm-hmm.
He's about to start.
That
All
boy
right.
jumped out of his seat, boy. He about to slap something.
So let me see. There's one in particular. So, Sabrina, I'm not going to spoil it, but Sabrina goes to get somebody.
Mm-hmm.
The girl. She goes and tries to find this girl, and she gets stuck in this place. And when I first saw that scene, I was like, oh shit, she's stuck. She can't get out because of some magic bullshit. And, like, I was thinking she's going to struggle through it. She's going to have to, like, punch and kick her way out of it. Nope. Somebody else came in, opened the door. Hey, how you doing? How did you find me? Oh, you left a trail. What? Right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, but we didn't see that happen. It just happened so quickly. It's just, like, underwhelming in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay. But, like, it happens a lot throughout the series. And another example. There's a character that traps two
Important characters.
And it happens in a split second. And I'm like, how the hell did you do that?
Right.
How did you do that? They're two. One of them is like super powerful. How the hell did you trap them? I don't understand this. And we don't see. I don't know. We just don't see how it happens.
I want to guess this one character, honestly.
No, stop.
Look, but it's stuff like that. It's like things happen and it's so easy and you don't see it happen.
Mm-hmm.
And let me see. There's another thing. Yep. I wish they could have added more episodes so they could stretch out those areas.
Yes! Oh.
Thank you. They should have stretched it out to like 13 or 15 more episodes. It could have still been fast-paced, but they could have added more detail
Mm-hmm.
to kind of like help tell the story a little bit better.
Mm.
Bro.
Ugh.
They killed off some characters.
Um.
They weren't really... Some of them weren't important, and that's the part that bothered me because they didn't get like the character development like other ones did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, yeah. I don't like that. I didn't like that. You'll know. You'll know. You'll find out towards the end.
Yeah.
And my favorite part is when Sabrina fucking endgame the whole entire fucking. She went back in time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, no, that was a spoiler. What? No, that was a spoiler.
And girl, she bucked on the
Time. God damn it.
Spread them cheeks, stand up.
All right, Clea.
No,
I'm sorry, but
That's
you didn't say when.
okay.
Time pun, but No, but
I guess that is true. I guess.
yeah.
Okay,
I guess I'll give that. I don't know if she goes into the future or the
yeah. Well,
past.
I still don't know what she's talking about, so
Or-
it's still good.
2 minutes in the past, probably.
Probably, you never know.
She used time to kind of like help her problems. I don't know if that's not a spoiler. So she kind of used time to help her problems out. I'm trying not to spoil this so bad.
Yeah.
but you get the idea. But
Yeah.
that part, it felt like so easy because like in a way I wanted like things to happen and I wanted her to live with it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't feel that way. And then towards the ending with what happened with Sabrina and the
and the whole chaos that happens. Uh-huh.
Don't get me wrong, like I like Sabrina, but it just felt like underwhelming because I wish there was more detail in certain areas to help kind of clarify it,
Mm-hmm.
but it didn't provide those details and things felt too easy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, again, I'm not going to discourage anybody to like not watch it.
Yeah.
I still think you could watch it if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like, for me, it's like, so-so. It wasn't my favorite season,
Mm-hmm.
but I still think, why not take a watch to see?
So the plot progression was all over the place.
Well, at some points. Oh, sorry. At some points, but it kind of clued in together. But it's just like Clea said, they didn't really show enough of what we wanted to see.
Nah.
And, bro, like I want to transition into my thoughts about how this
Go
went.
ahead, go ahead.
Go.
Okay,
Go,
so
Jacob. Go, Gadget Jacob.
yeah. Okay, so going into this, in the beginning, I didn't like the news of Sabrina, going into this dark, dynamic territory, because I grew up watching the old Sabrina,
Mhm.
She ain't gonna hell there. What the fuck?
You grew up her twirling around a mirror, changing outfits.
Right?
She went from that to straight to hell.
Go to hell car for free. Got that thing from Monopoly.
Hey man, that's Sabrina one emo on you.
Bruh, for real. So, after being depressed, and I'm just playing. No, but after watching it the first go around and just trying to see how things link up, wow, it was pretty good. I mean, dang. I mean, I still need to pray a bit, but like, it's still like this show keeps me going. It deserves to be on Netflix. So, here's now. I enjoyed season 3. Not gonna lie, it had some really good moments. Characters progressions were pretty good, spot on. You could see a lot of these actors. They kind of enjoy their characters, so they bring out their best performances in
That's
there.
good.
Because like the main character, one of the side characters, Harvey Kinkle, the actor's name is Ross Lynch, and I've seen him in Disney Channel once or twice, like Austin and Ally, that old show.
Oh, that was him.
That was him.
Oh, wow. Good
Yeah.
job. Move
Yeah,
up.
yeah. So you can see, how Disney kids are. They go to a show like that, but he really does a good job here.
Yeah.
And Ross, oh man, her character development is pretty good.
Mhm.
Theo, at first I was kind of like iffy with the whole, but she got me interested in her character as well. She really knows more about herself. She's not afraid of most of the people who used to bully her in the past seasons. She's her own person. That's the good part about it.
Character development. What?
Huh?
That's the good part about it.
No, that's the good part about it. Like
Of her
about the
character?
characters.
Okay. Cool,
Yeah.
cool, all right.
Like,
Character development.
Yep.
and like most of the good parts, like some of the relationships kind of advance in a good way, some in a bad way, and it kind of just like, oh boy, it's a roller coaster. Love is a roller coaster, cliche, and it keeps you invested in these characters as well, seeing how they have their ups and downs while they face massive threats that just happen because of Sabrina's choices.
Because that's what this series is. This season is about, her choices.
Yeah, it kind of her choices make everything a lot worse compared to the other seasons where she kind of felt like she knew everything, and she's very naive and very stubborn. This one kind of escalates it a little bit more, but she feels a little bit like not herself, because with the whole hell thing, it's a different story. It's a different obstacle. It's a different, challenge that she has to overcome, because there's this whole thing going on with, like Lucifer, he's in Nick's body, right? Mm-hmm. So who's going to be the next ruler of hell? That's a minor spoiler, but that's what's going on right now. And it's crazy because people want to know what's going to happen. And then you got Mrs. Wardwell. You got,
She still has a role?
Huh?
She still has a role?
Miss Wardwell, yes.
Is it big? Does it escalate?
It does.
Oh yeah.
So does she be like a bigger part in season 4?
It might happen, yeah. Because it gets crazy, bro. I'm telling you,
okay.
I can't say too much.
That's fine.
Yeah, and
after we heard Thanos slap, I guess we will watch.
No, because I know it's so hard to keep the spoiler free, because you want to just dish out all the details that they missed out on.
Yeah.
And bro, continue on with the good parts. You encounter some new threats that pose a extreme threat. I'm telling you, it's crazy. There's a lot of killing in this season, bro. It makes you no. Oh no.
Yo, that was great.
The Oscar goes to.
I know, right? No, finally, yeah.
Raging emotions.
It just makes you feel depressed about that character. Why this had to happen? It just keeps you invested. I keep saying this over and over. This season made you invest with all the characters. Mm-hmm. This new threat that we're talking about is because of the current situation happening in hell. That's it. And Sabrina choices and the dynamics and the whole she thinks that she can resolve this by herself without letting anybody know, and oftentimes she does tell her friends about the certain things later on, and everyone ends up finding out about it in the end. But bruh, it just goes out of control. And the whole Father Blackwood thing going on, I can't really talk. Oh man, I can't talk about that, because there's some biblical stuff that happens in the season, a lot more, that I kind of got interested in, because for once, this is a minor spoiler, but there's a mark that happened in the Bible, because it happened in Genesis, because the story of Cain and Abel, Adam and Eve's kids, how Cain, he got jealous of Abel because he gave God a good offering, an animal, and Cain gave him
plants,
basically plants.
Vegetables. And
yeah,
I hate you.
Yeah, basically, and Cain got jealous, and he just mollywopped.
Cain. And he's a Bible that says mollywop. And that mollywop.
And Abel mollywop his brother Cain.
Some Bible scriptures say rock. Some people some other things said he pushed him down the cliff, whatever. But in the end result, he was dead.
Yo, he split his brother. That's all we know. He split his brother.
Yeah, basically, and what ends up happening is that Cain, he's kind of scared, because when he grows up, he kind of scared. He's afraid that people are gonna that when he's out in this world, because of the whole Garden of Eden situation, happened later on because of the curse, whatever. He's afraid people are going to go out and kill him. So God gives him a mark of Cain, so that wherever he goes, nobody will kill him. Anybody that tries to hurt him, everything that happens will go way back to them tenfold or several times over, whatever. I'm just paraphrasing, whatever. But in this season, someone gets the mark, and I'm like, and it pisses me off, because you want this guy to die,
bro.
you
Yep. Boy.
And he causes so much turmoil, so much pain, and that's going to lead up to season 4. And you're like, why couldn't you just put this all in this season? Because I wanted to see this happen. I just binge watched through all these 8 episodes. I saw a lot of good things happen, and then you just saved the piece de resistance at the final end. Bruh. And I'm sorry, like I'm trying to stop myself from getting spoiled.
This boy, oh my guys, if you guys are listening right now, I want us to visualize our friend Jacob sitting down. His hands were in like, you know, the Arthur me. My boy, oh my God, he was mad at DW, man. He was mad. That boy was shouting to the skies, man.
This boy is sweating.
Yeah, he popping.
Like I'm popping Molly. Like, hey, man.
This man is blazing furious, man. He is furious not.
And to kind of make this flash forward, there's a lot more Bible things that happen here, biblical things that happen here, and I kind of like that too. But that happens in the end game. That happens when you think everything is gonna go crazy. Like everything's like World War 1000, bro. Like things are going haywire. This is crazy.
World War 1000.
And oh my gosh, it's crazy how this show didn't really put everything out there, because if it did, this would be the best season overall. And the bad points about this too is that all the while things did seem easy, things did work out in somebody's favor, things did it looked bleak. I ain't gonna lie, I felt hopeless, bruh. I felt like nothing's gonna happen good. I thought that's how I wanted to feel. I thought this was gonna give me that, and it didn't. And I thought that was gonna travel all to season 4, but something else is gonna happen in season 4, and it's just,
y'all getting me excited,
bruh. I'm telling you, I'm excited with anger and joy all at the same time.
That nigga been still jumping, bro. You want to split someone for real?
Don't split me. I'm not.
No, you're good. It's just so much, man, all rolled up into one that they could have done better. And the good parts, another good part about it is the Riverdale, like cameos, some cameos, well, one cameo, and it's so cool how they did that.
Is it Jughead? I'm not gonna. Don't answer it. I'm just saying.
No, it's just how cool how they slid that in there, and because I watch Riverdale off and on, I just liked how they had that. So maybe one day they'll probably clue in everything together with the current thing on CW. Who knows? Whatever. Bam.
That'll be a violent episode,
bruh. Trust me, with how violent it is. But all in all, I would say, if you want to watch Sabrina, watch this. It's awesome.
It's action packed.
It's very action packed, very riveting, very.
How's the gore?
The gore is crazy.
Really?
Because sometimes you kind of see, in the beginning you see, I can't say it. Nick is kind of doing he's traumatized after this whole ordeal with Lucifer, and he kind of does his own thing, and you got people doing some crazy stuff. Oh, I can't say nothing.
Say no more. Say no more.
Yes.
Say no more.
I'm not gonna spoil anything.
I want to do a shoot.
No, I'm not gonna spoil anything. Hilda.
Yes.
That part. That's what I'm gonna say.
Right.
It's unexpected and it's kind of crazy.
Put your shoe down. Put your shoe down.
They did well this season. I ain't gonna lie.
Alright, I guess I'm bench watching that for tonight.
Put your shoe down, Lamp.
Mm-hmm. And this threat does something to one of the members of the coven.
Hey.
And it gets crazy.
All right.
That's it. That's
enough.
You said that's it like 15 points ago.
I know, right? Where's my stick to poke him? Hey, quiet, you. So overall, how not to rate or any of that, but Cleo, you said it's not your best.
It's not my favorite season, but I still liked it. I still enjoyed it. Again, it's action. It's one thing after the other. I do still recommend it. I wish they added more details, but overall, I think it's a watch.
And then for you,
I agree. The same thing is, it's if you want to watch Sabrina, watch it. If you really want to see the events that happen that kind of lead up to what happened in the second season, this is it. That's all I can say. I don't want to.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
All right. So that's been Sabrina.
That's been Sabrina. Yes. Yo.
The most action-packed review ever.
I'm not gonna lie to you. They made it very, very interesting. I'm about to. All right,
I'm about to watch. Ben's
I'm
watching
about to
that.
dip right now. I'm fucking watch this shit. Cause like I didn't fall off at all. But I started season 2 and like I caught it. It was starting and I caught up with it already. It was like releasing it, whatever. Or either that or I don't know. I forgot. Something happened. I stopped watching. I never got back on. I knew it was going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
And then now that hearing you guys, it's just like I'm missing out on so much. I wish I could have watched it so I could talk about it too. I probably would have went all off. It's like how I did with all the Marvel stuff. But I think it's better off now that I didn't.
Yeah, because we're already wasted.
So yeah.
But I would say next time when all of us watch it, then we could do a better review on it.
Yeah, okay.
Or spoiler.
Yeah.
Review.
Spoiler.
Yep.
Dun, dun,
Okay,
dun.
how about so when season 4 comes out, we'll do a spoiler review. No hold barred.
Well, that'll take a long time.
Oh, for real? When season 4
No, that'll be a
coming out?
dedicated show.
What,
Yeah.
when's season 4 coming out?
We don't know yet.
Oh, okay. Well, until it comes out, whatever. So
make sure to watch.
yeah, watch season 3. Give it a watch so you can come back to SiXFramesPodcast and watch us tear
Spoil
down
the whole thing.
season
The
4.
whole thing. So keep your notes because
I'll
we'll
be
be
taking
back
notes.
with it.
I'll be taking notes too.
All right. So now to end this crazy event of this podcast, there's a new segment along with the newer segment that we did earlier. Jacob will recommend us cartoons to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And Chinese cartoons.
Oh, yeah.
We have to go back to our roots, and
Mhm.
so they prevented this, and I think we all might adopted it.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Unless you don't give us shitty cartoons to watch.
Hey, man. Have I failed you yet?
Come to watch Barney the Dinosaur.
What are you talking about?
Okay, so I want to talk about 2 shows really quickly. So there's one show I watched that I mentioned earlier in the beginning of this podcast. It was Scissor 7. So this show is like it's China's first Netflix original. It's a Chinese anime, and it's dope as heck. If you're looking for comedy, this is it for you. If you're looking for action, these animators go ham. All right, they go. Huh? Sorry.
I'm sorry to interrupt you on your whole. You're about to go in.
Yeah.
But the reason why they go in is because that's pretty much where they animated. Anyway.
Yeah, but like I'm telling you, they go ham, cheese, omelet, whatever, bro. They go ham, bro. I'm telling you, like you wouldn't expect like a show like this, like a goofy show like this, to have like amazing animation at certain points, because this show is like it kind of feels like One Punch Man in a way, because like the main character, he's sort of OP, but the thing is he lost his memory, and we don't know how he lost his memory until hey, everything goes together at the end. Hey. But he has these pair of scissors that he can control with his mind, and he can do anything with them. And he uses it to be a hairdresser from time to time. But also he has a chicken friend. There's weird things happening in the show, animals and whatever. There's different factions in this show. You have cats, you have dogs, you have like old people who could beat stuff up. You got so many cool things in this series. So he wants to go ahead and try to be an assassin, but he doesn't know he used to be an assassin. He's just trying to reclaim his memory from different instances. And he controls these scissors, and they come in clutch. I'm telling you. Hey, Lamp, scissors was your thing.
Yeah, it was.
Back then. And he wears a hoodie. Hey, bro.
One day you'll know.
This is your origin story, bro.
One day you listeners will know the origin stories of Lamp.
Yeah.
In time.
But, like, all in all, bro, like, this show is so awesome. China... I know with all the situation going on right now, you got a gem. You got a gem right here, because this is awesome.
That's promising.
Yeah, like, anybody out there, watch Scissor 7. You won't be disappointed. There's 10 episodes and a 4-part OVA series all in one. You'll definitely enjoy it. And another Netflix original is called Kipo in the Age of Wonder Beast. I mentioned that earlier, and
I saw commercials of it.
yeah,
very intrigued. I put it on my queue.
Mhm.
I did not watch it because there's a lot of stuff to watch.
Oh yeah, I know.
Especially what he says about what what Lamb been watching on Netflix.
Mhm.
I've been watching some of that stuff, so I'm very interested. I like the way it looks, but I fully don't trust it yet. So I want to hear how will you recommend this?
Okay, so first off, this show has a lot of wacky characters, different personalities. Each character is their own character. First off, that's the good part about this show. Like Scissor 7, there's a whole different faction of, different races, and Kipo is kind of like a character who's sort of like that optimistic character who thinks everything's gonna go her way, and it sort of feels like I can't really explain it. If you've seen Promised Neverland, anime series, she sort of reminds me of Emma. If anybody if any listener has watched Promised Neverland.
She's that optimistic character that believes that everything will work out right.
Yeah.
And whatever problems they have, she could solve them.
Yes.
To make everything better, but it doesn't.
Yes. And it kind of starts off with her, getting out of a sewer. Because she lives underground. But we don't know much about her until later on. And oh my god, this show is awesome. I'm telling you, like, I can't really put it into words because once you go into a show, like a cartoon show that's designed for kids, you would expect it to be just for kids, right? But this show goes around, like, over the envelope. It goes out of the box. It appeals to everyone out there, kind of like Pokemon. but you know what I mean.
I guess.
You could have said Batman the anime series.
Yeah, I mean,
you could have said a bunch of other shows.
I mean, more or less.
Thundercats.
Yeah. Well, in other shows, you want to talk about Thundercats War? But
well, first of all, you're talking about things to recommend, not things to burn.
Okay, but yeah, this show is for everyone. You got these different characters of different races. They're conflicting against each other, but Kipo, she finds a way to make them help her out, and that's the cool part about it. It's kind of like Luffy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Luffy has a certain air about him that draws everybody to him.
Okay.
And she does that.
I'm woke now.
Yeah. And that's the cool part about the show is because it kind of shows you that this character who's unaware of this world before her, like, she's just trying to find her way back to her nest, right? Her underground bunker, because something happens, and I don't want to spoil it for you guys. Something happens, and she's just trying to find her way back home. And she needs the help of everyone that she kind of interacts with. And, bro, I'm telling you, these characters in this show are pretty good. The world building in this show is awesome. It's funny, too. Oh, my gosh. these new shows on Netflix, these anime series, oh my gosh, these shows come out with the funny, bruh. You need more of that. These shows are awesome, man. Netflix. I'm waiting when I finally come up with an animated series. I'm waiting to be next in line with Netflix, bro.
Bet.
I bet, unless it's Voltron.
No. We don't talk about that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say something?
But watch Scissor 7. Watch Kipo and the Age of Wonder Beast. You will not be disappointed. That is all.
Trust Jacob. He's a hype man. He knows good stuff from bad stuff. So I'd say listen to him.
Yep.
Okay. Look, I know bad stuff.
I know I haven't been using my sage powers to recommend stuff like Jacob, because frankly, after the many years of watching a lot of shit, I kind of don't want people to invade my space. They did it for JoJo.
Yeah.
I wanted people to watch it, but not watch it like that. I didn't want the devoted following like that. I wanted to keep it regular. But, Jacob, that was great. and I might follow in your footsteps and recommend some old shit too. Like I said earlier, Secret of Blue Water. I just forgot. Not Nausicaa. That's another movie. Whatever. Secret of Blue Water. Look it up. That's a good anime show. It's an old one. It's a good one. There is filler that does not. It's there because they made them put filler, but it's a good one. So that has been Six Frames Podcast.
Good job.
Good job, everybody.
Yeah.
I hope you like our new segments.
We're getting better every podcast.
Of course.
Please follow us. We're in everywhere podcasts you could listen to.
Go to our Linktree.
Yeah.
That's in the bottom. There's the description. The description. The subscription. In the box below, there's a link called Linktree. Click on it, and it'll link you to a bunch of different links that links you to those links in the social media links. SiXFrame Podcast. Woo!
Yeah.
Woo! I'm back.
And thank you for listening to another Six Frame Podcast. If you like what you hear and you want to hear more, email us at sixframepodcast@gmail.com. That is sixframepodcast@gmail.com. You can also catch us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Six Frames. Don't forget to rate and follow us on our Apple Podcasts and Podbean. And our YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe to Six Frames and ring that bell for notifications so you never miss another episode. So what are you waiting for, nerd? Subscribe, like, rate, do all that stuff. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.